See, immediately Jesus made his disciples to get into the boat. What happened before this is Jesus was preaching and teaching to a large crowd, specifically 5,000 men. But some scholars estimated, with women and children, there was around 25,000 people on this mountain. And he was preaching, it was getting late, and they were getting hungry. And so Jesus came to them and said, all right, what do we have to feed these people? We can't let them leave because they're hungry. And the disciples said, oh, we got 5 loaves and 2 fish. And Jesus said, bring them to me, and he blessed them, and he fed the multitude with them, and they had abundance. They were totally full. And so right after this event, it says immediately he made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side, to Bethsaida, while he dismissed the crowd. So there Jesus is alone. His disciples are in the boat starting to paddle their way out. And Jesus is by himself sending the crowd away. This crowd wanted to make Jesus king already, but it was not his time. And so Jesus is sending the crowd away by himself, and afterwards, after he had taken leave of them, he went up to the mountain to pray. Who did Jesus pray to? Jesus prayed to his Father. You see, it just shows that Jesus' humanity, that he needed to pray to the Father. He needed to be in communion with his Father. The same way how us believers need to be in prayer with our Heavenly Father. It shows a dependency on the Father. It shows his humanity. And after, when evening came, the boat was out on the sea, and he was on the land. And he saw that they were making headway painfully, for the wind was against them. And it was about the 4th watch of the night. So it was about 3 to 6 a.m. And Jesus is watching them struggle, watching them, fight fight the wind and the waves. And he meant to pass them by. He meant to go past them. But when they saw him walking in the sea, they thought it was a ghost, and they cried out. For they saw him, and they were terrified. You see, a lot of people miss this point. A lot of people look past this point, and they don't stop to realize that Mark specifically writes that Jesus passed by the boat, wanted to pass by the boat.